next morning.
Who are these two people? Sorry, just two people on the estate.
Yeah,
You gave us the names, didn't you?
I have done.
So you're saying
I'm
that,
not prepared to say them again.
are you saying that in the interest of an easy prosecution, the police were happy to ignore?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Well, you got to remember, it's in them days, there's no CPS.
And is there any evidence that they continue defending after Rikki's murder?
Yes,
What evidence is that?
one of the names has been in your paper. That's all I'm prepared to say.
So what you're actually saying is that there is a gang, you said, who are sexually abusing on the estate, and the police take no notice of that at all during the investigation into the murder of a little boy.
And then they just blame an innocent woman.
And they turned round and said that the police said there is no connection with it. They said there's no connection with the one sexual assault on that estate. There was two. And the police knew there was two, because the one we've found in witness statements, it's a totally different name, but the officer that done that interview was Ruth's police officer, sat with Ruth.
But I'm still struggling to understand why they would do that. You know,
Ruth was the easiest option.
And is that seriously your opinion that came to police, that in serious murder cases, you just go for the easiest option, they have no interest in the truth or who's guilty or who's not guilty?
Back then, yeah. And can you tell me how many of them 7 main officers were actually murder squad and not child protection?
20 years ago was post-police and criminal evidence. Like, I mean, you know, policing was not that different 20 years ago to how it is today. And is that actually what you're saying they did? They just said, we don't care who murdered this little boy, we'll just frame them up.
Yeah. 1,200 pages of statements. Rue's statements. I've read them all. The last 200 are about Rikki's murder. The other 1,000 about neglect and cruelty. On page 467 and page 468, George Barr asked Rue why this neighbour should lie about her. Rue says, I don't know, go and ask her. Well, she's admitted drug dealing. She's admitted using children to drug run. Why would she lie about it?
Did you use
She was never prosecuted for drugs, for drug using, drug dealing and using children to run drugs.
So that's George Barr. So which other officers are involved in this cover-up?
Chamberlain has got to be right at the top. In 2004, in a Peterborough newspaper, he turned round and said that he likened Rikki's murder to a Jamie Bolger-style murder. He also said the police made mistakes, but he didn't say any more in the paper. But outside court, in 1996, he said, we're not looking for anybody else in connection with Rikki's murder. So what happens in 10 years? Why does he all of a sudden, the lead investigator, turn around and say, well, we did make mistakes back then?
Well, there's a big difference between saying mistakes were made and we're looking for somebody else with the best one in the world.
And he likened it to a Jamie Bolger-style murder. Well, Jamie Bolger was 2 youths. 2 youths were seen coming out of that wooded area 5 hours before Rikki's body was found. And it was found on the first police search of that area that morning.
Didn't he say they'd taken Jamie Bolger type scenario into account and ruled it out?
No.
Not from what I've read in the paper.